The camera, 3, 2, 1. This portion of the locker room, we're at Center 200 and talking with James Sheppard, the former Cape Breton Screaming Eagle, who is now in his second year with the Minnesota Wild in the National Hockey League. James, first of all, a lot has transpired since your days with the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles, but does it feel good to get back here in the old confines?
It feels good, but it's annoying not being able to play on the ice with the guys again. There's a lot of new faces, but it's still the same ring, still the same jersey. It's kind of neat to watch it with Paul McDonald for a bit. We get to talk about a couple of things and just watch the game from different view.
Now, when you dropped the puck prior to the start of the game, you gave a colleague a little bit of a hug. You guys still good friends?
Well, I asked him for the hug. It wasn't. Apparently, it wasn't mutual, but he thought it was alright. So no, I keep in touch with colleagues and a couple of buddies and Joey there. So there's still some faces that I'm familiar with. But it's good to keep. It shows how friendships really go from junior how you keep them. So it's good to get out.
Now, when you were first drafted by the Minnesota Wild in the first round, the 9th pick, and then I think Jacques Lemaire showed a lot of patience maybe in that first year, but how have things transpired since then? Like this year, is it more ice time and more opportunities?
Yeah, I've been playing a lot more, and it varies from game to game with Jacques, playing with different players and playing on different lines. But what they told me was when Jacques looks down the bench and sees the back of the jerseys, he sees my jersey and wants to be confident in me. So I kind of keep that in the back of my mind when I'm playing. And if I do that, I'm going to get more chances, more ice time, and more opportunities. So if I keep doing that, then things can only go up from there.
What have been some of your tougher matchups against so far?
They're all pretty tough. It's a good league, but one guy I always say is good players again. It's a guy that can shoot the puck, you can stick in, you can fight, you can really do it all. So it's tough playing against a lot of teams, especially playing against our divisional rivalries like Colorado, Calgary, Vancouver, teams like that. So it's always tough playing against teams, but it's a lot of fun.
Now, when you were playing in Quebec Major Junior, and I'm sure in every league you've played on the way up, you've kind of been a dominant player because of your size and the fact that you're a powerful guy. When we get to the National Hockey League, that all changes, especially in your first year. What did you have to do to kind of adjust to make that transition?
Just practicing every day. With these guys practice like they play, and to do that, I was in pretty good shape when I first got there. But when I started practicing and just normal practice with the guys, I was not in game shape like an NHL player. It didn't take me very long because we were on the ice every day and doing that. And once you realize how hard they work on and off the ice, day in, day out, and before and after practice and games, that's how you get strong. That's how you get professional strong, NHL strong, and man strong. That's not something that I had when I first got there. So I've been doing what they've been doing. Trying to go bigger and beyond. So I think I'm confident with my size, and when I have the puck, I know I can make the play. So that's what to do.
Now, when we get to see James Sheppard playing with the Minnesota Wild on television and try to keep track of him, we see what happens on the ice. But what about that off the ice? I mean, I'm sure that was a big change for you. I hear you were living with a billet when you're home, you were with your parents, but now you're on your own. Was that a big change for you?
I was living with Darby Hendrickson. He was an ex-NHL player for a while, and we had 3 children. It was different for me. I always had an older sister, but I never had little kids on my own. So that was an experience, but it was good to have a home to come to. There was so much that went on my first year playing in the NHL that it was hard to. I think if I was on my own, it'd be hard to kind of keep everything at one point and still be able to play hockey at the same time. But now I'm more relaxed, and I know what it's all about, and I have my own place now, which is great. It's you see these guys every day, and you're with your 20 teammates every day, so it's good to kind of get home and just relax and do your own thing. But I live close to some of the guys, so we're always chumming around a little bit like junior, but without the families.
You're doing your own cooking yet?
I have been. I told Jim Pauly and my old bullets that I've been making chicken stew for lunch, which I'm on with. So if it comes down to it, and I need to make something that's
all right. Just a couple other questions, because I know you're busy, but the National Hockey League, the business side of the game, and the downtime, you know, the hurry to wait, you wait in airports, you wait everywhere. Does that get grueling by the time the end of the season comes around?
I think what gets grueling is just the schedule. You know, we play so many games, and you practice on game days, and you practice when you don't have games, and that gets tough. The travel schedule, it's difficult, but it's more of the time change that really hurts you when you're in junior. I had a tough enough year being on the bus so much, but we fly everywhere, which is good, but there's just a time change, and always being in hotels and always on the move. So yeah, it definitely gets to you, and that's why it's good to have a break like we have now to rest mentally, physically, and just get away from the game for a while.
We hear these questions over the years, asking guys to play in the National Hockey League if you had a message to impart. It gets kind of cliche after a while. When you think about it, what James Sheppard went through growing up in the Halifax area, then playing major junior, and then making it to the National Hockey League, is there one thing that you can think of what you went through that helped you acquire the skills to make the NHL?
For me, I think it was a lot of it was just being creative. I never really thought that I never really knew what the NHL was. I never thought about actually playing for this team or that team. I just always wanted to play hockey. Never thought it would ever end, and I didn't realize until later on in life that it does end unless you really work hard at it and you get lucky enough to play in the NHL. So for me, it was I think I played street hockey a lot with my buddies. Just outside my house after school a lot. Now that just gives you creativity, and it's fun because you're out there sweating, but you're just having fun. And that's the biggest thing. It's you got to work hard. You got to go above and beyond, and you had to do all these things. But if you're not having fun, then there's no reason to play the game. So I'm just glad that I'm still having fun doing what I'm looking at.
James Sheppard of the Minnesota Wild, formerly of the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles, still a great guy to talk to. We'll be back in a moment on The Locker Room.